Hi. Oh gosh, don't look at my hair. What's up? Challenge day. I hope you're challenging yourself. I have to move this a little. I don't remember which way. Hi. What's your challenge? I'm just going to spin for an hour. That's my challenge. I'm not getting crazy this year. What's going on? I'm sorry I'm late. I got totally sucked down a TikTok rabbit hole. It happens, you know? Hello, Kimberly. Hello, Ray. I like it. Ray Sunshine. Hey, Melody. Oh, did you do something different, Melody, to get yourself a notification? Hey, Nyla and Danielle. Hello. Sup, Carrie? Hi, Kay and Andy. Oh, okay. Kimberly's ready to go. She's got her CPW oiled and stripping the bat. Hey, Moni, please tell me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And Caitlin, Alice. I've been wondering, Alice, we haven't seen you lately, it seems like. Hey, Lori. It's been forever since you've been here. And Stephanie. You know what? I did not do that on purpose, but yay, that my shirt matches my wool. It's a purple day. Hello, Sarah and Sharon and Rebecca, Stephanie. Look at this, Julie. Hello, Chris. Carrie said you match your wool too. Chris said my challenge is not to do the challenge today. You know what? Nothing wrong with that. Hello, Elizabeth and Shanna and Crystal. My goodness. Hello, Helma. And Terry. Nice fiber shirt match. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I just put it on this morning. I've dyed 24 braids already today. I'm tired. I'm old. Melody said, yeah, my daughter got into YouTube and fixed it for me. I'm really okay. So I wonder what it was. Alice has been working her butt off, but putting the final hem stitch on her mom's scarf now. That's cool. Danielle said, okay, so I've missed something with the new green names on here. Membership something, please tell me more. Yes? Okay. I'm going to make it quick, though, because I seriously don't come on here to do this. But I don't mind it. I'm just saying, like, I feel a little guilty. So I applied to YouTube a couple weeks ago to get approved to do membership so that I could do some more technically based videos. Right now, there's really just some stuff that's like a normal video where I left in a lot of the extra technical stuff that I cut out, because I always end up cutting stuff out because it's just so much. And also because sometimes people complain about it's hard to know and get the balance right. So I leave the technical stuff in on the channel below membership videos. I don't know what I'm saying. And then there's going to be more that are more like class-like. I'm going to do more Q&As on that kind of thing. I'm hoping that we can get a monthly Zoom together. I'm going to monthly choose a person who wins a gift card to the shop, but it's all really just to help support the channel and hopefully kind of like help, I don't know, help me get someone to help me edit and things like that. So it's just a support thing. There's not that much content yet, but there will be more later. I'm working on it. Okay, that took forever for someone who said they weren't going to talk about it a long time. That took me a long time. Kimberly said I finished applying my sweater spin this morning and got it soaking in eucalyptus lavender bath now. Did I say that right? Does anyone actually know how to pronounce the word? Lisa said my challenge is spinning the Angora from Daughter's Rabbits. Woohoo! Are you spinning it long draw, Lisa? I'm curious. Elizabeth said I've already spun for about 90 minutes this morning. So are you spinning the Lotus alone, Elizabeth? She said hope to do some more after work. Do you have to work this afternoon? You guys, I bit the inside of my mouth. Do you ever do that and then it's all sore? Melody said she tapped on my photo and did something. Do you have an iPhone, Melody? Because I'm just wondering if it was your settings. Okay, Carrie said for my challenge, I decided I understood the silk hankies but didn't enjoy them, so now I'm So now I'm spinning wool on my other Turkish spindle and I finally got the hang of it. They're not easy to spin, right? I mean, they're not hard to the hankies aren't hard to spin, they're hard to draft. Cindy said her challenge is fold all the laundry and get stuff all hung up. Clear off the dresser. There you go, Cindy. It's too hot for Angie to spin. There you go. Crystal said to Rebecca, I must have missed something. Find your inner dragon and make some noise. Hey, Billy. Carrie said, oh, okay, I got that one already. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Ray said my challenge today is to rest my wrist from drop spindle spinning. I'm going to plan out my weaving project. That's a good one. Oh, Rita's got her shirt on, her team shirt. Crystal said, okay, I guess my challenge is to read that sleeve on that sweater. Rebecca said I'm putting all of my fiber away. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. Rita said I'm spinning the bamboo and it's hard to hold on to. Did you try cross-lacing, Rita? Because that might help you if it's slipping. Chris asked about my ring. Hey, I'll tell you in just a sec. Hi, Trivia. Danielle said yes, but it was answering a question and we are here to support. So it's not like you're knocking on doors soliciting. Don't feel weird about it. I mean, I don't really feel weird about it. I just don't want you guys to think that I'm like, you know. Hey, Deb. Elizabeth said, yes, alone over the fold, which I've never been successful with before today, but it's going okay. Look at you. Yes, but I have to work after the live. Rebecca said, why put your fabric away? You mean to tidy? Oh, did I read that wrong? Hey, Chris. Okay, so you guys, Chris asked about this. John and I, when we got married, decided we were going to get our rings tattooed on. I have an engagement ring, but, and we didn't even know for sure what we were going to do. So we showed up at the tattoo place and we started looking through the books. And they had a whole big section on kanji. So John's says emperor. And then mine, if you put this symbol with his symbol, it means empress. But it actually means like behind or after. Because when you put the two symbols together, they mean something different. So it's kind of funny. But when we go to, like, it happens at a place where we go to get sushi a lot. The lady that checks us out always looks at his and says, oh, king or emperor or whatever. So that's why I call him KJ sometimes, because he's King John. Terry said my challenge is to try to spin from the fold on multicolored. That sounds fun, Terry. Chris is drop spindling silk. I don't know why I said it like that. It's so hard to do. Oh, Crystal messed up a row count. That's okay. You're going to get it back on track. It's all right. Right? Hello, Deborah. Oh, Sarah. Sarah's challenge is to recover boat seats. I like it. Oh my gosh, Deb, how are you doing on that? She said, my challenge today is to finish washing fleece number 2 and carding fleece number 1. That's a big challenge. Ellen said, I spun this morning, so my challenge today is warping a double heddle on my rigid heddle loom. Ellen, my sympathies. That's a good challenge, though, because it's going to be like, you know, a real one, unlike mine. Saga said, hello, my challenge is to get to Leeds. Trains are either unstaffed or running late, or worse still, replaced by a bus. Why is that? She said, I'll get there. Enjoy your evening, afternoon, morning. You too, Saga. That sounds kind of awful. Kimberly said, I'm also making watermelon rind preserves right now. I've never had that. Hello, Tracy. Are you still spinning your brains out? She said, I was out back getting basil for dinner. Hello, Kelly. Oh, gosh, you guys are going fast today a little bit. Melody said, I'm spinning Jacob today It's my favorite next to Shetland. I dyed six Jacob braids today. Stephanie said, I'm about to start spinning a fiber that is camel and silk. It feels very slippery. What is the best way to spin it, do you guys think? It probably doesn't have any crimp, huh? Have you tried spinning it from the fold? Usually if something's very slippery, that's my first try. Ray said, I love sushi and miso soup. Me too, but we don't have a really close, great place like we used to where we lived before, so we don't get to do it very often, but it's a favorite for me. Candy said, I didn't get a notice, but I'm here. Yay! Hello, everyone. Hope Tour de Fleece is going well for all of you. I've been working on Hub Shop for a couple weeks, so I couldn't join. No time. Aw. Deb got sushi last night. I'm jealous. Yes, Carrie. Carrie said, is that why you got John that royal portrait? That portrait, I feel like, is the best thing I've ever bought. I love it. I really love it. It's not just a joke. I love that thing. Rita said, I practiced spinning from the fold yesterday, so I'm doing 2 challenges. Woo! Moni said, my challenge is to keep spinning my sweater spin, wool, silk, tweed. I bet that's nice, with a bamboo ply. Uh-oh. Tanya K said, my drive band broke, so I grabbed a fun bat and finished watching stage 9 spinning on my Eel Nano. It might make a good challenge, Tanya, to put a new drive band on. I'm just saying. Okay, I gotta spin, right? Danielle said, I've been so slow this year's tour. I have 1 bobbin filled as of yesterday, so today I spin number 2 so I can ply. Yeah. Okay, Deb said, there are more fleeces. Alpaca lady knows a deal when she sees it. This may be my last round. Your last round of fleeces? Lisa said, spinning the Angora combination long draw, I'm pulling off a nap, and short backward draw. The short backward gives me more control over the diameter. I'll be plying with a really soft Romney. That sounds nice. Oh, good. Tracy's still motivated. Yes, spinning like crazy. Need arthritis cream for sure. Hoping to finish braid 2 today. Dang, you guys are doing so well. This is probably the least I have ever spun during a tour before, as I've just been so busy. You know, John's company, where they work, shuts down for the first week of July every year, and so he's been off, and we've been just like doing stuff, fun things. Like we went kayaking a few times, projects. I've been working in the yard. I really did mow the lawn yesterday. Kim said, my challenge is to complete my spin of my hand-dyed merino silk and have started today the ranunculus with my hand-spun 3-ply merino. That sounds awesome. Victoria has to make a berry tort today after I finish weaving another scarf, so close to finishing another hat for winter sales. Look at you. I agree, Alice. She said sushi is the perfect food, in my opinion. I love it, and it's like so quick. Then you get to put a little... what is this? The really hot stuff? Wasabi and some soy sauce on there. So good. Molly said my challenge is to spin a dyed 4-ounce merino top and maybe ply if it's not too chunky. I hope you guys are sharing pictures. I mean, I've been seeing tons of pictures. Angie said I just did some combing because all the fiber stuck to me in the heat. We don't have air conditioning here because we don't get enough hot days. Tried a fan, but it was blowing fiber everywhere. Are you in the UK, Angie? Is it still hot there? I know it was very hot yesterday. Hello, Joanna. Joanna's chain plying today. Off to a shaky start, but going slow and using big loops seems to be helping. Trish, your slow-mo video was very helpful. I'm so glad. I feel like you forget, like those of us who have done it a long time forget the little details of what we're actually doing until, you know, you see it in slow-mo and you're like, oh yeah, I don't even really think about doing that anymore. But Kimberly said, heavy sigh, here we go. Send good juju my way. First strip of volcanic tied on. A little intimidating with the 27-to-1 ratio. You can do it. Oh, Deb, you've got a never-ending commission. I guess I did know that. I just kind of forgot about it because, boy, it's been a while. Candy said that's something I've never tried yet, spinning from the fold. I don't know why I forget about it. I know, I'm sorry, Chris. I do hate that, the reflection of the ring light in my glasses. Candy said my son used to be shut down around the same time when we worked at a mill many years ago. It's so nice. That week off is so nice. They shut down in the week between Christmas and New Year's as well. Melody, I've never worked anywhere with a shutdown, so I don't think it's common, but it's not unheard of. Elizabeth said to Chris that just reveals her magical self. It's halos, Chris. Angel halos. Chris said, does anyone have the current ply issue, the one after goat? If so, what is the subject this season? Mine hasn't come yet. Alice said the Japanese would hate me for how much wasabi I put in my soy cup. I love it. I mean, it depends. I've had it so hot, and then I've had it kind of, I don't know what the difference is, but sometimes it's not hot at all. Okay, Angie said yes, it's hot in her part of the UK again today. Candy said, I love wasabi. I think Diamond makes some wasabi flavored. Oh, yes. Have you had them? That are really good. I love them. It's 84 today, but 61 tonight. It's not that hot here. Alice said, I like it spicy. What can I say? Nothing wrong with that. Chris said, I think the ply subject is blend. Hello, Lisa. Today she's spinning Sea Isle long staple cotton grown for her last summer. That is so cool. Said Elizabeth, I agree. She's a wool wizard. Hey, Rico. Rita said, Candy, after I started practicing spinning from the fold, I realized that was challenging enough, but I had said I'd spin the bamboo, so here I am. This is the second year. Okay, Deb. That makes more sense. Because, I mean, we did talk about it before. Danielle asked, have you done a single in different breeds and then plied together? I have. I've got the Romney done and have BFL for the second braid, going for a marled yarn look. I have done that before, and I think those are two good choices together. That's just an opinion, but I think they're good choices together. I gotta switch hooks, sorry. Kim asked, where do we post pics? So you can post pics in the Ravelry thread for the Fiber Love Diary team or in the Facebook group. It's true. Deb said, I love wasabi. Sometimes it gets you. Sometimes it burns up the back of your sinuses, but it's so good. Hey, Jan. Jan said it's 96 degrees there in Lakewood, Colorado, USA. So hot. I wonder if it's hot at Susie's too. Indoors today, knitting on her summer sweater, starting the front panel. Woohoo. Candy said, haha, Rita, I might start when I spin my own bamboo or the cotton. Hello, Alex. Candy said, yes, had them and love those nuts. They are so good. I haven't had them in a long time, though. You know what else they're making now that you can get at our Dollar Tree, which I don't know why it matters that you can get it there, is they're making tahine peanuts, and they are so good. Lisa said, my son-in-law's sawmill shuts down to help with the extra draw on electricity for their small community. Wow. I mean, that's like real community spirit. But, you know, it's a great week to shut down because we have the holiday in there and kids are out of school. So it's just really nice for all the families and stuff. It's nice for everybody. We always really enjoy it. I just like having him here, but he's still working because he's got his little side business going. Hello, Catherine. Kimberly said, OMG, y'all, this is beautiful. Going to be putting lots of pics on group page later. I would like to see it, Kimberly. I gotta take a nap out. Rita said, Candy, the video said to spin bamboo from the folds. I mean, that's would have been my first choice, or first thing I'd try probably. Ray said, I live in Southwest Oklahoma and we have been getting 107-degree temps. Oi, too hot to even catch my breath. That's hot. Did I warn you, Deb? Did I say don't do commissions? I don't know why I would do that. Rebecca said, I've been thinking about subscribing to Ply and Spin-Off. Yeah, I get Spin-Off because it comes with my... What is that weaving? The weaving subscription I get. That Spin-Off comes with it. It hand woven. It comes with hand woven. Kimberly said, I'm wearing black and covered in rainbow sparkles. Loving the challenge. No charge on the sparkle outfit. Crystal said, I have lucked out. My local library carries Ply and Spin-Off. That is awesome. So I can just check them out online. That is so cool. Mine doesn't, but I found out that if your library isn't like all you wish it could be, you can subscribe to the Houston Public Library for $40 a year, and I did it this year just to see basically if I use it enough, because it's way huger than the library that we have here. So I figured to see if I used it enough to justify paying for another library usage. So we'll see how it goes, but I am using it. Crystal said, I've lucked out. Oh yeah, sorry, read that. Well, Rita said, it's raining here. My body feels it. Do you get sore? Chris said, oh, Crystal, that is amazing luck. It really is. Like, what are the odds, Randy said, it's 102 here right now with a high expected of 104. So definitely a day to stay in the AC. Whew. It's 83 at Trivia's. And there's a really nice breeze. If it was sunny, I'd be out on the porch. It's sunny here, and I bet you it's like 81 to 83. And I think we're going straight to the pool after this. Shanna said to Ray, we are in greater Oklahoma City and loving this cold snap of only 90s. I don't know, guys. Andy said, finish the body of my everyday sweater. That's awesome, but don't understand the sleeve instructions. Trying not to throw a mini temper tantrum. I'm not going to tell you what to do, Andy, but it does not help things. Rebecca said, thunderstorm here. Where are you, Rebecca? Andy said, it's only going to be 70 here. Perfect. Nice. It cooled down last night quite a bit, so... we slept really comfy. Marita said, I'll have to check out the library for the spin and ply. I haven't thought about checking the Houston library. Maybe I should. Stephanie said, if anyone has the Libby library, I can get Spin-Off and hand woven. But doesn't every library like pay for different resources or whatever from Libby? Is it Shanna? Shanna said Houston Public. I figured it would be. I even Googled, like, what are the largest libraries in the U.S. that allow that, where you can pay extra or whatever to be a member, because, like, you guys already know this, I read a lot, and I listen to a lot. Like, when I'm spinning, I'm either watching something on TV or listening to a book. And when I'm out working in the yard, too, that helps me get things done so much. If I'm listening to a really good book, I don't mind. I just get going on my task, and I kind of forget about the time. So I just need access to a lot of books. And I'd rather, this sounds bad, but I'd rather pay $50 to a public library than pay $10 or whatever it is a month to Amazon to let me... I don't know. Maybe that's a dumb thing, but that's how I kind of feel. Rita said, I subscribe to 3 local libraries and it's free. See, we can't even, they won't let us even do that here. If we don't live in the, In the district, you can't do it. Okay. Candy said thunderstorm there too. Candy's way up in Wisconsin, right? Ray said I'm at Fort Sill. Is it Fort Sill? Lawton, laughing, lioness, and this cool front has helped. Oh, I see. I can read. I promise. Lisa said you can subscribe to the Brooklyn Public Library for $50 a year. I bet that's a huge one too. Nice, Terry. Terry said it's 70 there. See, to me, that's like so nice and comfy. Carrie said all this talk about the heat is making me want to go outside. It must be sunny at your house too, Carrie. Kelly said only 86 here with 46% humidity. It's weirdly cool for July. Last week we had triple digit temps. Oh, Rebecca's in Minnesota. Oh, okay, so is that thunderstorm moving across then maybe? That's pretty big though. Melody said, sorry about the hundreds. I'd be melting. 66 here and we had fog this morning. Wow. Wow, that's cool, Candy. She said her library is just $5 to get a card and that's it. But do you have to live in the district though? I don't even think I had to pay for a card here. It's just that our library is not very big. I don't know. I'm also really weird about the books I read. So Stephanie said, have you looked at the Houston library to see? I haven't yet. I'm going to now. I never even thought about looking at the magazine selection. Carrie said, not done. The libraries need money more than Amazon for sure. I mean, I think that's really what I've been thinking. And what they provide for their community is a lot different than what Amazon, does with the money. Not complete. I mean, people need jobs at Amazon and everything. And I use it. I'm not trying to diss Amazon. I just figured it was better to support the libraries if I could. Crystal said I like supporting the libraries. Yeah, we used to be friends of the library, but I haven't joined here yet. Rita said I live in the South. Apparently, they're encouraging us to read. Well. Yeah, Candy said, yeah, northern Wisconsin, up near Duluth, Minnesota. Yeah. I remembered that, Candy, because you're not that far. I feel like you're not that far from where my great-grandma's house was, right? Didn't we talk about that? Blaine said, I have a New York Public Library card, and it has great resources. You don't need to be a New York resident. Interesting, Blaine, because I looked it up. And I thought that I couldn't get one. So I think maybe I'll have to look again. Maybe I read something wrong. Because I think it had it's the biggest library in the U.S. Melissa said I used to be stationed at Fort Sill several years ago. Okay, so how is everybody feeling also about the tour so far? I'm sorry for changing the subject, but how is everybody feeling? Do you feel like it has done anything for you? It has, besides giving you some fun, maybe a little motivation. Catherine said, my local library just made an agreement with the nearby 4 counties and the nearby cities, so we get an auto membership to all of them. We have that, and it's still not very big. It says it's nice I can borrow more books. Hello, Margarita. Oh, she was enjoying her moomers. Carrie said 70 is cold to me. I agree. 70 this time of year is cold to me too, but I do like it sometimes in the summer. Stephanie said, Lisa, when you added the Brooklyn Library, was it to the Libby app? Candy said, I'm not sure if you have to live here or not to get a card. Yeah. Elizabeth asked if our library partners with Grand Rapids or any of the colleges here. Sometimes they will share. Our old one did. And then when we moved, I finally just switched my card over because it was expiring or whatever. And this one doesn't share hardly at all. So that's part of the problem. Dark Horse said 92 feels like 103 with a dew point of 75 here in Florida. Whew. Shanna said Texas and Oklahoma network their library systems. Yep, we can do that, but it's still within the state. And they just have to agree and all this stuff. We don't have a huge one like that. I wish we did. Hey, Brenda. Jan said I started a cozy memory blanket with my hand-spun yarn scrap. So excited. Right. Candy said, right. Plus, I lived in Ironwood, Michigan for quite a while before moving to Wisconsin. See, yeah, okay. I remember that. Ray said, I miss Pueblo, Colorado library so much. Lawton has a tiny library. Now I miss some stuff. Rebecca said she's about an hour south from Duluth. Chris has been really enjoying participating in the tour. That's so cool. I love this, you guys. Carrie said I've definitely torn through my stash with this tour to Fleece. That's one of the good things, right? Crystal said the tour has got me past, I don't know, 2 fibers. I don't know, 2 fibers. Oh, I see that we're going to drag on forever. Shanna said I'm sort of coasting on this tour. Little man was in hospital for 3 nights and 13-year-old Westy Bug crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Oh, I'm sorry, Shanna, I didn't know that. Kimberly said, this also my first time spinning sari silk. I'm in love. I'm doing a very clumsy long draw. Also a challenge to me. See, it's good challenge day for you. It's perfect, Kimberly. Rita said, I'm feeling good about my tour, learning to spin in the fold, plus spinning a fiber I've never spun before. Elizabeth said, the tour has been so fun. Making me carve out time to spin every day is helping my stress level. That's really good. And boosting my creativity. Loving it. So glad I jumped in. Okay, so Elizabeth, also, what's going on with your house? Lisa said yes to the Libby app, but you can download those same books into Kindle for reading. I didn't even know that. Oh gosh, fast. Kimberly said, I missed a few. I'm sorry. Kimberly said this will be a very inconsistent yard, but I'm loving it. Kim's... Oh my goodness. Okay, I gotta skip a bunch. I'm sorry. It's going too fast for me today. Hey, Kai. Oh, good for you, Kai. Congratulations. Blaine said I'm using this tour de Fleece to get back to spinning after a long hiatus during law school. Very grateful. That's awesome. We have another Lisa. I don't think she's here right now, but she is also using the tour to get her back to spinning. Carrie said to Kimberly, that will make beautiful weaving yarn. Ooh, yeah, it will. Candy said, if I had done the tour, it would have gotten me to dive into my stash more, I'm sure, I think. Maybe even spin some things I've forgotten about. Who knows where it would have led to. Maybe next year. You never know. Lisa said, the tour has got me committing to spinning daily and now committing to spinning this Angora that's been in my stash since the last year. That's nice. Those are really good kind of outcomes. Melissa said, oh, I do miss the Loveland and Fort Collins libraries. I bet those are huge. There's not much for libraries here because public schools get most of the books for the students. Oh, Rico's making corn dogs. Like, are you making corn dogs? For real, Rico? I need to know. You know I can't eat them, but... Crystal said, Kai, you know you aren't late. Yep. Yeah, Kai, you've been here long enough. I don't have to tell you that. Janet said, hi, Trish. Say, what is the average amount of sock fingering yarn does it take to make a large pair of socks? If I'm making socks, like for John, who has, I think, size 12 feet, I try to make sure I have at least 4 ounces of yarn. So usually that runs to be about 400 yards. That's a generalization, but you know. Candy said I'm an hour east of Duluth. Carrie said, congratulations, Kai. Julie said, I love seeing all fiber and finished yarn peeps are doing. I do too, Julie. I feel like that is the best, like, side effect of the whole thing. Ellen said, Tour de Fleece has been great. It is making me take the time to spin all my fiber for a sweater. All right. Oh, hang on. I was just thinking the other day we've been doing so well with bots, but no, I lied. We're not doing well with bots. We have been the last few days. Isn't that so cool? Elizabeth said I would say it is about 4 to 6 weeks away from completion. That is so good. Are you so excited? Are you just not even thinking about it? She said, which is too much sooner than the expected date given at the beginning. Gotta start packing soon. Oh my goodness. Rico said yes, from scratch. I use Maserati tortilla flour in them. Oh, Carrie, that is so true. Carrie said having this community to support and celebrate makes such a difference in getting stuff done. We hold each other accountable. You know what? I agree. And you know what else I think is really cool is that nobody really seems afraid to say, I'm having trouble with, fill in the blank, whatever. And people always have a good suggestion, a good idea of how you can get past it. Like, try this, try this, try this. It is really cool. Kai, are you touring the fleece? Kai is spinning some silk on a Turkish spindle. Rita said, I feel the same, Carrie. Heather said, wow, I'm across the river from Duluth and Superior. Look at you guys are all like in the same kind of general area. Oh, no. Kai, you know what? I knew that. I've seen your posts on Instagram. I knew you were. I don't know why I asked you even. Shanna said, on a combo spin, do y'all spin the small bundles end to end paired or held together as one roving to draft? My strips are about a large pencil roving. I just grab one and spin it, and then I grab another one and spin it, and grab another one and spin it. Are you serious? Isn't it? It would be touring the fleece. We're touring the fleece. I don't know. Spinning the tour. Candy said, just noticed you were here, Kai. How you doing? Dark Horse said, I take my drop spindle on my bike rides and do some no hands. You are joking. Are you serious? Some no hands bike riding. Carrie, I'm thinking the same exact thing. Dark Horse, I would have a fatal accident. I would probably end up with a spindle like sticking out of my shoulder or something. Go flying over some handlebars. Anne said, I'm in, is it Cloquet or Cloquet? About 20 minutes from Duluth. Terry said, I hate having small hands. I cannot keep the fold going, so I'm not going to spin from the fold. I'll just do it the other way. Well, Tour de fleecing. Yeah, Kai said that's amazing. I feel like that is almost too amazing and a little scary. And the mom in me wants to make you stop it. I hope you're wearing a helmet. Can you tell I'm a mom? Oh. Elizabeth said, that takes more motor skills than I possess. Rita said, I plan what I'm going to spin with what I want to use the yarn for. I mean, that's a really good way to do it, Rita. I do always figure that if I spin yarn that's really cool, I can always give it as a gift. But you know, I did that once and I don't think it ever got used from somebody who I thought was really going to like it. So I'm like a little gun shy now. Joanna said, I haven't been on Facebook for 2 years, but this tour is making me want to get back on to join the group. Well, you can always post it on the Ravelry thread too. Trivia said I could manage that on a stationary bike, but that's it. Yeah, I probably could do it on a stationary bike. Melody said the Tour de Fleece has helped me spin more, trying to spin about 30 minutes a day. I am sole caretaker for my 90-year-old mom who is not doing well. I'm sorry, Melody. I didn't know that. So it's a nice escape. It's nice that you can do that for yourself because you need that. Caretakers are like such an under-celebrated job. Same, Alice. Alice said I haven't biked handless since I was a teenager for good reason. I can't even ride my bike right now. It's got a flat tire. Candy said I've been Turkish spindle spinning too. Oh, I had some small batches of fluff and they are perfect for that. That's awesome. We do have a lot of Minnesota people, and Mel is in Minnesota as well. She's not here right now, but Carrie said spinning groups are about the only thing I visit on Facebook now. It's a happier place now. Hey, Donna. Rita said, Terry, try small amounts. Not that I'm an expert. There you go. Rebecca says she lives in Bruno. That one I know I'm pronouncing right. Nyla said, I crashed my bike Friday. Hard hit to my head, urgent care. Okay now, but bruised. I'm so sorry. Keep hands on the wheel, please. I'm sorry, Nyla. I'm glad you're okay. That sounds awful. You're welcome, Melody. I really mean it. Like, I mean, my experience was so small and limited compared to someone who does that, you know, day in and day out for months and months and months like that. And I admire it, but I also think it must be so exhausting and so, like, burnout producing. Elizabeth said, Nyla, oh my gosh, that's no fun. Feel better soon. The Knit Witch said, oh, made it to alive. Yay. I should be spinning, but I'm watching spinning videos instead. Does that count? I feel like it should count. It's like education. Chris said, does anyone else find treadling makes you nod off? It's a struggle. It doesn't make me, but I have had so many people, like my dad and John and other people, who just start watching the wheel and get sleepier and sleepier as they watch it spin. Blaine said, I'm just south of the Minnesota border in Decorah. Is that right? I'm sorry. I know, Carrie, I thought about the same thing. She said, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno, no. Melissa said, question. Book chart or dry band's position for the quill band. Which way is it supposed to go for spinning? That's a good question. I always did it the same way that... You mean which direction, or how do you put it on? What do you... I need more specific. Kimberly said, I'm not participating in the chat because this old girl is so fast. It's all right. I'm wondering... We'll see pictures after. She said, I'm wondering why it took so long to actually use her after refurbishing her months ago. I'm surprised that you haven't really gotten in the habit of using her yet. Lisa said, I got my Turkish spindle going with some polypay. Nice. That I'm doing from raw to finished. It's my spinning go-to. Kenny said, I decided to buy and knit the Vivid. I have some squares for a Vivid, but I haven't been working on it. To use up some of my small yardage spins and test spin yarns. That's exactly what I was doing with it, Candy. I was thinking, well, you know, I end up with all these little bits and bobs of yarn. Anne said to Chris, not off quite often. I find making bats is much more engaging. I get a new strip. The Roar Tribe. I missed what Tour de Fleece... What mine are 20 minutes a day. She said I missed... I think it's she. I missed what Tour de Fleece goals are. Mine are teaching my children. They want to know. That's a good one. 2 more to go. That's a great goal. Donna said, just finished making a peach pie. I'm going to Donna's. And now I'm going to apply my brown and white Jacob together. Pie, and ply. Danielle said, I had to make myself a crafting only Instagram account because they were crowding out my friends and family posts. Oh, you guys are funny. Ella said, Trish, you've been hypnotizing them. Make them cook. Seriously, make them cook and also clean. Brenda said, starting the Dr. Seuss. That's exciting. It's a little overwhelming. I agree. Chris and I will meet at your house, Donna. Oh, shoot. It's going too fast again. Carrie said, Brenda, I love that fiber so much. I bought a second 10 ounces of it. Terry said, I have to brag a little bit. I went and got a Cricut rigid head loom for $25. That's so exciting. Don't you love those kind of deals? from a yard sale with all the parts. Candy said that's why I got that pattern. It's squares I can do whenever and stash till I have enough. That's what I'm doing. I'm just throwing them in a bag, and someday I'll have enough. You know, it's going to take forever, but it'll happen. Elizabeth asked, can you use a flicker brush and a blending board brush interchangeably? I do sometimes, but I turn it upside down. The flicker brush, I turn upside down because I like the teeth to go the opposite way. Lisa said, oh, as in go with me on the road. Kai said, OMG, you singing that song makes me think you, John Shadiah, we don't talk about Bruno Roving. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. The knit witch said, I'm not knitting either, so I better go find something. Oh, Jan said, question about the Vivid blanket. Are the squares all the same size? I have lots of hand spun, all different weights. Not sure the squares will look good. Ideas. So I'm pretty much keeping mine. If I use the same size needle, let's start there, and the yarn isn't too far out of line, I can block them all to the same size. I think it's going to be okay. But I was figuring if I had some that turned out a little bit too small, I could always crochet like 1 or 2 times around it to make it the right size, if that makes sense. I think that's my plan. So far, I'm okay though. Melissa said that ZNS twist is based on the way the band is on the quill whirl. Oh. You know what? I don't remember. Does anybody else spin on a charka that can help Melissa? She said, is the band side close to me supposed to go over the top or the other way? I honestly cannot remember. Carrie and Candy both think that would be fun. Oh, good. Donna said, come on over. It's a big pie. Yay. I don't think peaches are ready here. Blueberries are just ready. Rebecca said, I haven't spun anything yet, but gathering and getting ready for winter. Nice. Well, when winter comes, you'll be all ready. Yeah, Chris is bringing ice cream. I had ice cream yesterday, so I will stick with pie, but thank you. Carrie said, I tore it into fairly small pieces and spun it from the folds. It made the colors blend a lot more. Smart. Carrie finished her combo spin. Did everyone see it? Chris said, oh, speaking of John and videos, are y'all considering the next dye duo vlog? We will do one eventually, but I dyed 2 dozen braids this morning, so I don't know when that'll be. 2 dozen was a lot in one day for me. I know other people do it all the time. I mean, it'll happen eventually, Chris. It's kind of hard right now because of the temperature. Our kitchen gets really hot. So we like have to do it in the morning, or it's probably not going to happen right now, but summer will be over in a blink. So don't worry about that part. Candy said squares are supposed to be all the same. I'm going to do similar to Trish or add extra garter on the edging. Oh, garter. I never even thought about that. Good idea. Laura said, I'm in Phoenix, 107, now heading for 111 today. My mom's in Tucson right now, too. I bet you it's horrible. Jan said, thanks for the tips on the Vivid blanket. I want to try it. Isn't it so cute? I have little, like, saved bits for 3 different blankets. But someday they're all going to come together. Brenda said, Carrie, I bet it's pretty. Did I see it on, Facebook? Sorry, my mouse was over that and not remembering. Candy said, welcome, Jan. Elizabeth said the Vivid blanket is on my to start list for end of summer. Yeah, it's not a nice, I mean, when you're doing just the squares, that's kind of nice. Hey, Connie, for summer, you know, and then to sew them together, it would be nicer for winter because you're going to have that big thing in your lap. Carrie said, yep, I did, but can PM pics if you want. Rita said, I'm knitting a lacy shawl and wasn't happy with the size needles pattern said, so went up in size and love it now. That's good. Rebecca said, saving for a drum carder, but don't know which one I want. I feel like that's one of the hardest things because it's very hard to find a way to try some different drum carters. Even if you can get to a festival or whatever, you see more wheels available to try than you see carters. So it's really hard to pick one. Honestly, that's why I've had different ones and, you know, sold them and then tried new ones because you really don't know. Sorry, Melissa. Melissa's got to go look a video up. Donna said I have dibs if John dyes some more fall afternoon and Miranda from Trish. I will dye Miranda again sometime. I just don't know exactly when. I did use that base today, but I didn't do any Miranda. That base is one of my favorite things. Valerie said, hello, just catching up with comments. The Paradise Fibers Dr. Seuss was so pretty. I spun from the fold and did a 2-ply. Can't imagine spinning those spinning on a bicycle. I cannot either. Terry said I'm doing a type of mitered square blanket, but mine is done, on my pin loom. Excuse me. Terry, I would love to see that. I hope you post a picture. And I have a question about your pin loom. Do any of the pins fall out? Because I have 2 pins that keep falling out, and we tried gluing them back in, and it doesn't help. Okay, Kimberly. Oh, good. It's only a few more minutes. Jan said, Terry, cool idea. I love that idea. Hello, Cecilia. How are you? Haven't seen you in a little while. Uh-oh. Drafting. She said, greetings from Malmo, Sweden. Elizabeth went over and looked at Facebook. Everybody's over there looking right now. Chris, I'm assuming you said hello. Oh, yeah, hello in Swedish. I don't remember. Did I take any Swedish? I think I only took Danish. Ray said, hello, Cecilia. How is the weather in Sweden? Oh, yep. Rita asked for pictures as well. Cecilia said, I usually watch back in the morning when I have breakfast. Love to be a part of this. I'm fine. My birthday is... It's your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday. It's all right, Kimberly. No problem. I'm just kidding. Everything's fine. I'm not worried about any of this stuff. This purple is going to take me forever. I think I'm probably going to start something new tomorrow. Oh, she said, thank you. Here is sunny, but a bit windy. The Roar Tribe said, how long ago did you learn to spin? I started spinning in the end of 2007. It was like December. And I know it was December because I had such a hard time. I was ready to just like throw the wheel out the window. I mean, out the front door into the snow, not the window. It was an antique wheel. It was challenging. But I'd like to know, how long has everybody been spinning? We just have a couple minutes left, so... That's Celsius, Rita. So if you convert it, it's about 40 degrees, right? Or it's 70 degrees. Which is very nice. Okay, Cecilia's been spinning about 6 months. Chris asked what made me persevere. I think I have... that's a good question. I think generally when it comes to like crafts and art types of things, I have a lot of tenacity. But there are other things that I don't. Like, so if it doesn't go well in the beginning, I might just not. Elizabeth's been spinning for about a year. Ray said drop spindle about a year now. Terry said I have a zoom loom from Shock. That's what I have. And like 2 of the little pins come out. Rita said I've been spinning a year in May. Less than a year. Wow, so many. Not sure since 2017. Tracy said a year and a half. February 2021 is Kimberly. Alice said I started spinning after I joined Fiber Diary on Facebook. We're kind of bad, Alice. Shanna said 7 years on spindles, 2 months on a wheel. Ann said 2009 with drop spindles, 1.5 with a wheel. Aaron said about 20. Patty about 10. Jan said 3 years. 6 months-ish, Alice said. 4 years. Look at this. Rebecca said I learned almost 20 years ago. Rita said my degree meter is off. I mean, it's not off, but 20 Fahrenheit would be terrible. Danielle said I've been a year and a bit. Moni said since 2000. I read that wrong. I'm sorry. Roar Tribe said I learned 10 years ago. Didn't stick when I was a teen, but I didn't have a wheel to do it myself back then. Trivia said drop spindle 2 decades. Really got into it and bought first wheel in 2014. Candy can't remember. It can't have been that many years. Stephanie said I've been spinning drop spindles or e-spinner a year next month. Look at you guys. Ellen, last year at the Tour de Fleece. Chris asked if I found a mentor or struggled away solo. Completely solo. There was nobody. Well, I mean, there were a few people in my knitting group that did spin and would like answer questions, but nobody that I knew, like a mentor kind of situation. Joanna said May 2019. Andy said 3 months. Tanya, it's so good to see you. 6 years. Kai said 2020, my quarantine hobby. Linda said got a wheel 2 years ago. I also have a picker, drum carder, combs, and I have bought 11 raw fleeces. Have almost 5 scoured. Good for you. Alice said I probably would have given it up if not for Lisa Lehman. Did you get help? Lisa's right below you. Said wow, won a wheel in a raffle drawing late. Wow, where did that happen? Deborah said 4 years. Sherry 2 years. I love it. We have a lot of new ones. Heather said I've been spinning off and on for 6 years. The last 2 years I've been spinning a lot more. Carrie said when I failed at my first try processing a fleece, what made me try again was I'm not going to let it beat me. That may not be healthy. I think it is healthy. There is probably a point where that becomes unhealthy, but Donna said less than a year. Kim said sporadic but 3 years. Terry said call them and tell them maybe they will send you a new one. I've been spinning since 2012. Okay, I will call them. I just wondered if it was normal, actually. Me too, Connie. Connie said YouTube was my mentor. I did watch so much YouTube, and I watched a lot of Beth Smith, which I don't even know if I could find you her channel now, but she had a shop in Howell, Michigan then, and it has changed hands since. But I watched tons of her videos, but I didn't know her until like way later, and I've only met her once. Sharon said, oops, typo years. Oh, Sharon, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better soon. Valerie said, I have been spinning about 5 years, started getting better results after getting Paradise Fiber subscription and practicing with FLD and Jillian E. Both are really generous with their help and encouragement. It's because we want you to join us on Crazy Island, Valerie. And here you are. Rico says, since the first time I commented on your video. Oh, Margarita's less than a year, okay. Randy said I took a class around 2010 or so, but only tried with a spindle briefly after that. I bought my ladybug a few years later, but only started really spinning the last 2 years. Terry said it's not normal. Ray said I am planning on making a Navajo style spindle to learn next. Is that the one where you you spin all of it, you know what I mean? You wrap it around and twirl it kind of? I'll look it up. Aaron said I learned to spin because I thought it would be cheaper than buying yarn. You know what, Aaron, you're not alone. I learned because this lady that I was in my knitting group was spinning. Her husband had built her a wheel, and she passed around this green and gold merino, I think it was a merino tencel blend yarn, and I held it in my hands and the angels sang, and that was it. I learned like 2 months later. Linda said Crazy Island is the best place to be. Oh, you know it's true. Okay, Brenda has been spinning since January 2020. Excuse me. Okay, Ray. They're 30-inch long supported spindle. I've seen them. Now that you describe it, I've seen them. Candy said I did it because I wanted wool yarns and they were so expensive that I figured it was cheaper to make my own. See? You're not alone. Valerie said, I love that. Thinking spinning would save on yarn. I am red from choking. I'm telling you, you're not the only one, though. You did save on yarn. You just... Moni said, I was lucky. My mother-in-law is a master spinner and weaver. Wow. Free lessons and have use of her studio. Dang. And I'm not joking. The angels sang. I feel like the clouds opened up and a sunbeam came down and there was the sound of angels singing. I still remember it. I remember where I was. I remember all of it. Kay said I got the hang of it a year ago, late March on Rick Reeves. Now I use a Traveler. Crazy Island is my happy place. It's the only place I know where to be. It is nice, Rita. You can make the kind of yarn you want, but you have to be willing to go through that part where it's, not maybe meeting your expectations. Let's say it that way. Kimberly said, I just started spinning on a drop spindle a month ago. Exactly. Candy said it is cheaper, just not the front end costs. I mean, that is part of it. Carrie said it's supposed it's cheaper by the hour. I mean, if you think about it, if you buy a pound of raw fleece or if you buy a pound of yarn, you get so much more fun out of the raw fleece, time-wise. So if you do think about it that way, it is a lot cheaper per hour of fun. Jess said I've been spinning since about 2000, but I'm only okay at my own default spin. I know very little about how to get different yarns. Everybody starts there though, Jess. And so if and when you're ready, you'll branch out. Oh, Ray wants to know about kick spindles. Chris asked Moni if the house next door is for sale. You have, Aaron. One of us. All right, Melissa, I'm glad. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help on that. I just really don't remember. Randy said, I think I started because I wanted to make my own art yarn. The joke is I hate making the type of yarn I love because I'm terrible at it. I still love spinning though. Well, I'm glad you still love it. It all takes practice, unfortunately. I am still waiting for the day when I'm a natural prodigy at something. And you know what? I'm 48. Deborah said, hey, I understand the angels singing. I experienced that with sweets. Connie said I was wondering about a kick spindle also. I've never tried one. I've only used a top whirl drop spindle. That's the only kind of spindle I've ever spun on. I just didn't really take to it. I can do it. I just Cindy's been spinning since 2007. So same as me, Cindy. Melissa said the quill band, the side away from you has to be on top. Okay, for Z twist. That makes sense. If you think about like the the spin or the way it all, you know what I mean, the travel of the bands and stuff. Candy said by far lots more entertainment time from a batch of fluff. Yep. Kelly since December 2020. Jess said I tried a spindle that I made first so I could teach about it in art classes, then immediately went to a wheel and was able to spin usable yarn on the wheel I bought in about 20 minutes. Not me. That's awesome. Kimberly said you get more fun if you start with the actual sheep. Currently have 13 sheep. I am not sure if I'm up for the fun that includes poop. But I appreciate those of you who are, Kimberly. I appreciate it very much, in fact. Ellen said I started after watching you spin. I found it so relaxing. Now I have to learn how to use the yarn. You'll learn, Ellen. Oh, Jess said I get distracted because your muscle memory's so developed. That's a good thing. Bye, Kai. I gotta go soon too. Erin said it might have been cheaper if I didn't go out and buy a farm and put sheep on it. Probably. Melissa said all good. Technically, this is my first time on Charka. Oh, good luck. It's a little different, but I know you can do it. I really feel like you can do it. Jess said I really like learning to do everything from the beginning. It is really cool, I think, to be able to do that too. And also to be able to make the yarn that you want is awesome. I mean, I don't always hit it even now, so. And it's been almost 15 years. Yay, Melanie! I'm sorry, you're coming at the end too. Anne said Angel sang when I helped a friend shear alpacas in 2009 and she gave me a drop spindle lesson. Been up to my neck in wool ever since. So you get it. Rita said, I don't know, Spicy. I just finished processing a half a rambouillet and thought next time I'll stick to roving. Oh, Rita. That's true. Kimberly said sheep poop is a great fertilizer. It's just not for me, but that doesn't mean it's not for you. I mean, that's what I always tell you guys. Just do the parts that you love and don't worry about the other parts. Rico said, I want to make an automatic plying machine because I find I don't love plying. What do I need to do? You need, well, I don't know about an automatic plying machine. You would still have to, feed it in. Elizabeth. No, you're making me cough. Jess said to Crystal, I'm pushing myself to learn more instead of just getting to that Zen moment. It's hard when you have good muscle memory. Trivia said I started spinning because it was cool. Then I bought raw fleece because it was cheaper than roving. Then I found out about different breeds. Then I found dyeing and things have continued to spiral. That is like you're singing the song of my people right now, Trivia. Chris asked, how do they make sari silk? So I only know what I've heard, which is that they basically like sweep up everything left in the factory after they actually spin silk for saris to weave saris, and then that's what they card into sari silk. But I don't know if that's true. Randy said, I do remember the video that made me fall in love with your channel. It was the pumpkin spice video showing the different ways to spin it. I still love that one. That's awesome. Thanks, Randy. I appreciate that a lot. Valerie said, I'm so impressed with anyone that can spin cotton. Bye, Sharon. I'm sorry. You're probably gone already. I'm so far behind. Candy said, cheap if you just make spinners and stay with that and use dog slickers. It is. Don't buy carders, comb spinners, fleece, dye, blending boards, and more. Stephanie's not okay for the poop either. Yep, Kimberly said she still likes the raw fleece processing. but she has a lot still to go. But you know what? I mean, you'll get to it. And think of it this way, it's like a retirement investment. Because someday when you do retire, you'll have fun for like years. Donna said, I started to save money on buying yarn. Now I'm hooked on fiber and have to have it all. I get it. This is why we're all here together. Because you guys are my people. You guys are my people. Mama said, I made it late, but I made it. My challenge is just to spin today. Calling doctor in the morning. Weird heart stuff last night. So doctor time. Oh my gosh, I hope you're all right. Tested negative at midnight though. Okay. Well, that's good. Excuse me. It's true. Crystal said you will work through this. I think you're talking to Jess, and I think I agree. Oh, yep. Chris said, gave us a reminder. If you don't mind to thumbs up, that would be awesome. Look at you, Kimberly. She's doing long draw. Trivia said, by the way, Trish, it's your fault. I now have a rigid head of loom and got into weaving. You're welcome. I don't know what to tell you. Jess said, I think so also. Then I'll be able to choose what I end up with. Yeah. Elizabeth said, I was showing my mom some of your braids, Trish, and when she asked about the cost, looking all judgy at me, and I realized I was holding about $100 in my hands. I felt so attacked. I'm sorry. Candy said, obviously I couldn't stay just with a spinner and a dog brush. Well, I mean, there's a reason why so few of us do, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it if that's your thing. Like, totally do your thing, you know? You guys know me. Melissa said, now I can try spinning cotton on wheel instead of spindle. I feel like it's the best way, Melissa. Just my opinion, of course. But there's no better way to spin cotton. Elizabeth said, because I had a whole tote full in a room she couldn't see at the time. Well, good. It's just good that she couldn't see it. Jess said, I don't worry about the cost because fiber stuff is my vice. Instead of drinking, food, clothes, etc., I just buy yarning stuff. Exactly. It could be so much worse. Rebecca, I think this is the wrong kind of AA meeting because we're the ones that actually make you do it more. She said, this is my AA meeting for fiber. Oh gosh, okay. Kamama said, yes, heart rate went down to 48 and freaked me out. Still 120s when I get up and move though. I hope you're all right. Hello, Inez. There you go. Carrie said it's not expensive, it's priceless. She's so good with the words, that Carrie. Jan said spinning fiber knitting is my booze replacement for real. Bad enablers. Terrible. And with that, you guys, I gotta go. I told John that we would sit at the pool after this, after my hour. So, I appreciate you. I'm so thankful that you guys are keeping me company. I love it. I did not expect it to be groups this size, and it's awesome. So, tomorrow's a rest day, and we will be back on Tuesday. Yep, tomorrow's a rest day. So, and I am actually going to kind of like take the day off. I'm going to ship some orders, but other than that, I'm going to take the day off. So, linen, Rico, flax. I love you guys. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye. Of course you can, Chris. I will.